Marvel stuff. Breaking Marvel Studios to end Disney Plus Marvel Universe shows. Let's see what everything always has to say about this and check this out.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Bremen, aka All Fires. Now, it's sort of hard to see where the truth lies when you get completely conflicting statements from the top brass at a company. It was only months ago when Kevin Feige, speaking at 2023's Disney Upfront, had this to say about the Marvel shows on Disney Plus. Quote, "Thanks to Disney Plus, we've expanded the Marvel Cinematic Universe into genre and formats new to us that we haven't done before. We've been able to introduce exciting new heroes and villains, locations and storylines into the MCU. And I'm pleased to share that when you compare our Marvel series to some of the buzziest shows on competitive services, even our smallest series are reaching much more international audience, even often sometimes 2 to 3 times the number of viewers." Again, to recap, Kevin Feige saying that the Marvel shows on Disney Plus do better and reach bigger audiences than some of their direct competitors' biggest shows like Netflix and HBO Max. And while we've been over the numbers before, Disney Plus and Marvel streaming shows are actually losing a ton of money in subscriptions, operating at a deficit, even though independently some shows like Ms. Marvel made quite a bit of money and did great streaming after its initial run on Disney Plus in other countries. Just a month later, Kevin Feige's boss Bob Iger would say this specifically about Marvel shows on Disney Plus. Quote, "There have been some disappointments and we would have liked our more recent releases to perform better, but I think our zeal to basically grow our content significantly, to serve mostly our streaming offerings, we ended up taxing our people way beyond, in terms of their time and focus, way beyond where they had been. Marvel's a great example of that. They had not been in the TV business in any significant way. Not only did they increase their movie output, but they ended up making a number of television series. Frankly, it diluted focus and attention." So which one really is it? Do the TV shows on Disney Plus help Marvel Studios grow as a brand, reach new viewers and international audiences, and grow into different genres? Or is it just bloat and helping dilute the focus and ultimately helping us lose interest in the MCU? Well, we have an industry insider update today who seems to say it's much of the latter, and through the prism of Bob Iger wanting to slim down Disney as much as possible for a possible sale on the horizon of Apple, seems to say that Disney Plus shows as we know them are about to come to an end. We're breaking down exactly what they said, how it applies to shows that we already know are confirmed or announced from Marvel in various stages of pre-production, and then which shows we've been waiting for them to announce that have been rumored to be in pre-production for a while probably aren't going to make the cut. We're breaking it all down, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, reviews, to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one's right around the corner to coincide with Loki. Again, all you gotta do, be a sub, leave a comment on this video if you want. Stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so today's scoop actually comes from the Twitter scoopster, Can We Get Some Toast? We happen to have covered them yesterday for a scoop as well. And as we mentioned in that video, they're only anonymous in the sense of we don't know who they actually are. They have quite the proven track record, get way more things right than wrong, so take that how you will. They tweeted out yesterday that the MCU content bloat is real and that Feige and Iger know this. Say goodbye to the 6-episode, $200 million budget Disney Plus shows. And my honest reaction to this is finally. We had already started to see this with some of the changes in the shows that are coming up we're going to talk about in just a second. But my biggest gripe about these Marvel TV shows, outside of the core writing problems they suffered, was that 6-episode stencil that they tried to fit all these shows through ended up ruining their storytelling because it superseded the story itself. Generally, when you're developing a script or a show, you're going to make a story that makes sense and then do as many episodes or seasons as you need. But now with Marvel, they said, hey, you have 6 episodes to write this story, and in some cases they needed a ton of filler in the middle of the episodes. So what we ended up getting was 1 or 2 strong episodes if we were lucky out the gate, a bunch of meandering in the middle of content we just didn't need. Episodes for the sake of episodes, again just filling out the 6-episode series, and then a finale that was generally rushed through and ended with no stakes at all because they didn't want to have these TV shows have too much of an impact on what they needed to do on a cinematic level, which is just the opposite of what and how you should do any story at all. It should serve itself, and that's where Bob Iger on the back of some of these comments said there's nothing in any way inherently off in terms of the Marvel brand. I think we just have to look at what characters and stories we're mining, and when you look at the trajectory of Marvel over the next 5 years, you'll see a lot of newness. We're going to turn back to the Avengers franchise but with a whole different set of Avengers. What I really took that to mean, reading in between the lines, wasn't just, hey, you're going to see an Avengers with a new lineup, but basically we're going to tell the stories that matter leading into the Avengers, so you won't have, say, a Moon Knight show that wraps, and if we never go back to Moon Knight, there will be no consequences for that. You'll have a Moon Knight show or something that matters leading into the next Avengers team. So what does this mean for what we already know is coming from Marvel in the next 24 months? Believe it or not, a lot of the shows that are coming out are actually going to show this change in already. What If Season 2, we expect that we're going to get at the end of this year. Rumors have placed it in December or January 2024 release. We know will be 9 episodes. X-Men 97, also an animated show, will be 10 episodes.
Yes.
Agatha Covenant of Chaos has now been rumored to be 9 episodes, and we already knew that Daredevil Born Again would be 18 episodes or 2 9-episode seasons, and we don't expect there to be a major change to the length of that season. Just the delays have set that show back, so it probably won't be able to air the way they had planned in 2024. Wonder Man was rumored to be 10 episodes, and while Marvel Studios hasn't officially announced that show, they were already filming on it when they had to delay because of the strikes. That probably won't make a 2024 release either. So it seems that Ironheart, a remnant of the old guard, a show announced back in 2019 when they announced Marvel Studios on Disney Plus, will be the last, so to speak, of this 6-episode format, because it's already been shot and for quite some time, and a lot of this content again is going to fill in next year where they had planned to release the stuff that's been delayed for this year. Now there is one other show that has not been announced officially by Marvel, but has been confirmed through all the trades, and that's Vision Quest. We already know who's writing it, who's directing it, what it might even be about, and you would have to assume if they are changing the episode format that they're going to make that a much longer series as well. But for me, the big thing here is what it means for series going forward and just doing series for series' sake. I would say that Agatha Harkness getting her own series on Disney Plus, regardless of how well Catherine Hahn did the character in WandaVision, is one of those series I just don't know if we need. And so, going back to focusing on other characters, like say ones that we care about or that lead into the Avengers, is probably going to be paramount if you want your series made. And so for some of the series that were rumored, like a 10 Ring spinoff or a Wakanda spinoff, or even the most recent one that said that they were going to develop a show just based on Wanda's son Wiccan, a whole Wiccan series, I just wonder how much of these shows or how many of them are actually ever going to come to fruition. And had they focused on more mainstream characters, perhaps some of the interest that's been at the problem of all of this would have been there in the first place. But if the shows are bad, meaning they're not written well, it doesn't matter if you do a Wolverine TV show. If it's followed the same problems and failures of all these TV shows that have come before, again, it won't matter. So part of me is happy, basically, that they focused on secondary and in some cases tertiary characters, like say Agatha and maybe Echo, to sort of get their mistakes out. So if they do want to do TV shows for Marvel characters going forward, they do TV shows that are compelling and shows for show's sake. And it's not as though we haven't had good Marvel shows like Daredevil or say Punisher on Netflix or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to show us what that looks like. They've just got to follow that blueprint, start with the writing, and make a good show. Doesn't matter how many episodes it is, just make a good show. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. If you agree, where you agree, what you think about all of this. I'm all ears as always. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Alright, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s here at the channel. The next one will coincide with Loki's release in just about a month and a half. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. Find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter @I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, with original music under the name All Fires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.
Please subscribe, like this video. Have a great day, and see you guys. Bye.